Keep an eye out for him. Give it up for Jim Balderston, everybody!
Yes. Okay. Which one of you laughed when he said big black comedy? I heard it. You guys may know me as the guy who was clapping when Mike was talking about faking orgasms. Thanks a lot, Dad. Don't awe that. That's crazy. 9/11 was yesterday, huh? Okay. Jesus. You did not have to woo at that. Speaking of 9/11, about a month and a half ago, I got hit by a car. Same motion. It's crazy, you know. Don't feel bad for me, though. That's the most important thing. I like to say that because in reality, I did get hit by a car, but I was riding on a Lime scooter. Yeah. You see that? You see how the sympathy in the room just died? Riding a Lime scooter is like one of the worst things ever. Telling somebody you got hit by a car while riding a Lime scooter is like telling somebody you lost your virginity to your uncle. It's just a disappointing way to end that story. I did get out. Bye, guys. It's fine. You know, this Lime scooter stuff is dicey. You know? It's tough for some people. They just can't take it. So I did get hit by the car, but because of that, I'm out of a job. Double wah-wah, right? I haven't been working, but I have been donating blood for money. Yeah, you know. People say fantasy worlds aren't real, but I literally traded a vial of my blood for a tank of gas. Like, crazy right-wing people will say crazy shit like, oh, Jews run infrastructure, Jews run the government. Pretty sure it's the vampires, okay? I made $200 this week, no doubt. It's insane. But like donating blood is a good thing, right? We agree. Yeah, donating blood is a generally good thing. What I've also noticed is donating blood for money is also a good thing. It's just done by criminals. Those places are so scary, okay? They're so terrifying. You walk into a blood donation center, and it's like the most dejected people ever. They're like tough on their luck, and life is hard, but they go to this one place to give a piece of their body for maybe, don't laugh at piece of your body. You got a dirty mind. These dejected people go into this place, they give a piece of their body for a shot at redemption, you know? And when I describe a blood drive like that, doesn't it sound like Christianity? It's the same thing, okay? Donating blood is just like church. You go in there, they give you pamphlets, okay? At some point during the ceremony, you get a cookie. You can't go in there if you've ever had gay sex with a man. It's just... it's the same thing. Same thing. They even have a guy who touches you before, you know? He said he was giving me a physical before my blood draw, but physically, there's not a vein in my asshole, so... It's been interesting. Life's been interesting. I don't know if you guys have gotten the general vibe yet, either because I talked about veins in my asshole or the fact that I look like your uncle that listens to the Pina Colada song too much. But I have trouble with women. So you right there. Yeah, you. Don't look around, you. It's crazy. I do have trouble with women. You know, I was on a date the other day and we sat down and she looked at me out of nowhere and just said to me, Jim, how often do you change your sheets? And I was like, Candace, we haven't even had an appetizer. But I'll bite. I told her the truth. I change my sheets every 2 weeks. Is that weird? No, that's normal. That's normal, right? Yeah, she did not think so, okay? She was like, that's gross, that's disgusting, I'm out of here. She left. She did. A little bit like, don't laugh at that. This guy loves to see me in pain. But it's true, she left, and a little bit after that, I met with one of my friends who's a girl. It's 2025, we can have them. I met with her, and out of nowhere, she asks me the same question. She looks at me and she's like, Jim, how often do you clean your sheets? And I was like, first of all, what kind of vibe am I giving off here? What kind of vibe is going on? But the first time I told her, every 2 weeks, so I was like, I'm gonna say a different answer because that was wrong. So I told my friend, I change my sheets every night. Guess who's piss boy in the group chat now? You tell a girl you change your sheets every 2 weeks, you're a gross monster. You tell a girl you change your sheets every night, you're a gross monster who has to change his pants every time you guys hang out. I don't get it, guys. I feel like I lost you in the last part. I definitely lost the guy who I pointed at earlier. He was not it. This one's tough. I went to the DMV recently. Relatable. Everyone hates the DMV. I'm like kind of neutral on the DMV, but I was like, you know what? I want to give it an optimistic look. I approached the DMV like a girl who's going out with me. I left the house saying, well, I got to do this. I might as well smile. And I came back to the house, put back in my place. That place fucking sucks. It's awful. You know what the problem with the DMV is? The problem is you can do anything that you can't do at other places at the DMV. That's the problem. You go into a bank and you say, I'm kind of angry. I'm going to do something I regret. The guy in front of you is going to turn around and shoot you. But if you go into the DMV and you say, I'm kind of angry, I'm going to do something I regret. The guy in front of you is going to turn around and say, did you pick a number? You're not doing something you regret until I do something I regret, okay? You go into a restaurant and you say to the guy, oh man, this food's taking way too long. I should just go back there and cook it myself. Maybe the server's like, oh, this guy's a jerk. Or the manager's like, oh, I hate this guy. Fuck this guy. You go into the DMV and you're like, this is taking too long. I'm just going to do it myself. The guy at the desk is like, buddy, how do you think I got the job? Okay? And we are not hiring. Okay? Guys, give it up for Mike. Give it up for the show. I'm going to get back.